Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I manifested constant contact from my SP, aka specific person, and also two other SPs as well. Okay, um, just as a bonus. Yeah, so to give a little bit of background, this SP is someone that I dated like a year ago, and we ended up moving to different places. In fact, we're not even in the same place right now, but I'm trying not to focus on that. But we talk every day, and we have been talking every day for like the last 4 to 5 months, okay? And the reason why I decided to even make this video is definitely not to flex, but to tell you that if I can manifest an SP or whatever, you can as well. A lot of the times when I see manifestation coaches and people just talking about manifesting in general, sometimes I think like, oh, this is really great, but what have you manifested? Like, not to test them, but like, whenever I see other people manifesting things, it gives me inspiration and motivation and hope that I can as well. So that's exactly, what I hope to do. If I can do it, you can as well. So yeah, before I get started with the video, I also want to tell you that I have manifested other things as well. We are going to be talking about like how to manifest appearance change, manifest a job, manifest money, manifest literally whatever it is that you want. Okay, so if there's something that you're working on manifesting, let me know in the comments below. I can definitely make a video on that. But again, I just want to come on here and show you like why I'm credible to talk about these things, and why I'm qualified, or like just what I manifested, so that it can give you hope and motivation as well. So I manifested a six-figure job in tech. I majored in computer science, and I ended up getting a really great job at this notorious company, and actually moving to Manhattan, New York City for my job, which is so amazing. Super grateful for that. I also manifested a promotion and raise in the middle of the year, and that doesn't even happen, okay? That usually in like tech, or a lot of jobs actually, promotions are given at the end of the year, but I got a title change and a 20K raise, okay? $20,000 raise. And yeah, I make six figures. Again, not to flex, but just to tell you, if I can do it, literally anyone can. I also manifested an almost perfect credit score. I manifested not having to pay a $200 bill. I somehow got out of that. Like, I called the company and they're just like, yeah, actually, you don't have to pay this. And, I didn't even question it. I'm like, okay, you know what? So be it. Yeah. I also manifested like things for other people. I love manifesting for other people. It really brings me so much joy to like, see my friends and family also get what they want. I actually manifested my cousin having a healthy baby girl. She had some problems in her pregnancy before, and me, my family, some of our friends, really prayed for her, like manifested for her, and she has the cutest, healthiest baby girl. They're all doing really well. There are no complications, and yeah. I've also manifested like my friends getting jobs as well. I like, my job has given me financial freedom, and it's helped me. Like I love money. I love being independent. I'm like, what, everyone should do that. Like, I never saw like anything as like competition. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit off tangent here, but like, I've manifested things for myself and other people, and yeah, I just wanted to tell you like, why I'm qualified to talk about this. Okay, so let's get started with how I manifested my SPs using scripting and the law of assumption. So law of assumption basically states that whatever you assume is what you will see in your reality, okay? And your reality is nothing but a manifestation of your thoughts. Whatever's going on externally, whatever's going on in your 3D is nothing but a reflection of what's going on internally, your mentality, your brain, just what's going on psychologically. And in this series, we're going to talk about that, and the science behind that as well. So I actually wanted to come on here and talk about the science of scripting. So scripting basically just means writing down your manifestations. I literally almost filled out an entire notebook of scripting, okay? This is not just for SPs, this is for everything, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I wrote down, exactly what I said. I'm more of a scripter than anything else. I'm going to talk about the different types as well, but like I'm going to tell you my exact affirmations that help me get what I want, and hopefully it'll help you too, okay? But scripting just means, writing. Yeah, I think it's just a fancier way of saying writing, but I really like the term scripting. Yeah, but let me tell you why scripting actually works. Okay, I'm really into like the neuroscience of manifestation and like how these things actually work, like what goes on in our brain as we do, as we engage in these manifesting techniques. So yeah, something that I wanted to come on here and tell you is that when you're writing something down with pen and paper, you are stimulating a collection of cells in the base of your brain known as the reticular activating system. The abbreviation is RAS. So the RAS is a filter of all of the information your brain needs to process, and it gives more attention to what you are currently focusing on. I'm reading off my notes, by the way. Like I just love talking about these things, but I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. So in other words, the physical act of writing brings the information to the forefront and triggers your brain to pay close attention. Okay, so if you're someone that finds yourself, getting easily distracted, or your thoughts just stray, or you end up spiraling, or you just, think about like literally everything else, scripting will 100% work for you, okay? The other two types of manifesting are visualizing and affirming. I would say that like if you're getting into manifesting, you should definitely start with scripting. Unless you already are good at visualizing and affirming, then definitely do that. But this is, again, this entire video, this entire series is about what worked best for me. And for me, like I am someone that gets distracted when visualizing. Like literally my mind is just everywhere all at once, okay? Even with affirming, it's a little bit less like distracting, or I get a little bit less distracted with affirming, and I've gotten a lot better at affirming. But sometimes I have trouble visualizing, and I shouldn't even say that because like these are limiting beliefs. But just to tell you, if this is you, then all you have to do is actually, one thing that you can do is tell yourself, no, I'm great at visualizing, I'm great at affirming. In fact, I'm going to drop you all of my best affirmations that have helped me just manifest things and overcome blocks. But yeah, for me, when I really write something down on paper, it helps me focus on the thing that I'm actually manifesting. It's like ingrained into my mind. Like now when I script, it's like the reticular activating system, it automatically it knows what I'm trying, like my brain knows what I'm trying to do. It's like, okay, that was such a weird way of stating it, but like when you drive a car, when you've been driving a car for a long time, you don't have to think too hard about like what foot goes on the pedal, what foot goes on the brake. Even as I'm saying this right now, maybe you started thinking, wait, how does that even happen? But like when you get into the actual car, like it just becomes automatic, right? So yeah, that's why scripting is really effective. And if you haven't been seeing results, or if you feel like there's been stagnation, I highly, highly, highly recommend scripting. Literally fill out a whole notebook if you need to. That's what I had to do, and by the time I filled out this notebook, I literally got all of these 3 SPs back, okay? So yeah, let me actually go ahead and tell you some of the affirmations that I used to manifest these people. The secret here, okay, like listen very carefully. The secret here is to do 80% self-concept affirmations and 20% of your specific desire affirmation. So if you're trying to manifest an SP, do 20% of SP affirmations. If you're trying to get a job, do 20% of the job's affirmations. Because yeah, I don't, honestly, the science behind this is more just, I feel like it's more psychological than anything. But like when you add self-concept to all your manifestations, you get that thing much quicker, and it ends up staying. You technically don't need self-concept to manifest, but you kind of do need it to keep that manifestation. So yeah, like in the past, when I was younger, I would manifest SPs. I would manifest people coming back, but they would leave. They would end up hurting me because it's like, I didn't even know what manifesting was until like literally a year or two ago. But like I realized my self-concept, aka self-love, wasn't really that great at the time. But now I feel like I have improved upon that a lot more. And I will read you my self-concept affirmations right now. So how I manifested my SP was by saying, and if you want, get down, get a pen, paper, or whatever thing that you like taking notes on, maybe open up the notes app on your computer, because these affirmations are gold. I guarantee you, if you use these affirmations for the next 21 days, because it takes 21 days to really form a habit and for your brain to absorb the information, you will see major changes with whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Okay, for me, like, look at all these look at all these pages that I filled up. I feel like after filling up these pages, my desires really impressed onto my subconscious. Okay, those desires were impregnated onto my subconscious, and things just started changing. Okay, but let me finally go ahead and read you my affirmations. So my first affirmation is, I am magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable. When you say this affirmation, you are saying that you're saying exactly, those three things. You are irreplaceable. How can your SP find anyone else? It doesn't even matter if they're seeing anyone else. It doesn't matter if they live halfway across the world. These are all circumstances, and something you have to know is that circumstances do not matter. They have not mattered. They will not ever matter. In fact, the circumstances that you are, noticing right now in the 3D, they're nothing but like a purging of your old thoughts. So it's like, if something did end up happening, let's say your SP did end up getting with a third party, that's because you unconsciously or subconsciously ended up manifesting that, which is why it's so important to have control over our thoughts. And the best way to do that is by affirming, visualizing, scripting. For me, scripting helps a lot. And this is all of these things I'm saying, like, there could be a whole other video made of this, but if you are dealing with the third party, the best thing to do to get rid of that third party is to not give it any attention. Okay, if you're the type of person that maybe you have a fake Instagram account and you stalk these people's like stories through that account, block them right now. Okay, you do not need to give them any sort of attention. Okay, even like Instagram, Facebook, all of these social media platforms have the option to mute people, so just mute them. Don't give them any attention. The law of assumption, law of anything, even attraction, states that like whatever you give your energy and attention to is what ends up manifesting in your 3D reality. So the opposite also applies. When you take away when you take away your attention from something, it literally disappears. Okay, and this can be applied to everything. I have tried this. I have gotten rid of like third parties myself. For me, I'm also the type of person where I just want everyone to be happy. So maybe like if I noticed a third party, I would be like, you know what, this third party found someone that's a lot better suited for them. This third party found someone that's going to make them even happier than my SP. And I would say that like once or twice, and then just not give them any attention. In fact, I didn't even like write down third party or anyone's name in my notebook. Okay, and they literally disappeared. It's literally magic. Okay, like Ariana Grande has so many like manifesting songs, and there's this one like lyric where she says like just like magic, and that's exactly what it is. Yeah, but this affirmation, I am magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable, that is like self-concept and indirectly about your SP, or really anything at the same time. That's why it's so powerful. Okay, even with the whole irreplaceable thing, you can manifest like your perfect job by saying that you're irreplaceable. You'll notice once you say these things, if you're applying for like a job or something, you'll notice a lot of employers trying to reach out to you, because you're amazing, you're one of a kind, you are someone that like people fight for to have in their life or at their company. So yeah, and you're irresistible. I feel like the whatever I said applies to that word as well. Magnetic. Yeah, honestly, you don't have to worry too much about these words. I'm not really the type of person that looks like too deep into this. Even the fact that I'm explaining this to you, I'm just explaining it to explain it, because I know some people like logic, or like putting logic into manifestation, but that's something that you don't have to do. That's just something as society we've been ingrained to believe, like, oh, if something happened, like what's the science, what's the logic behind that? Like a lot of the times there definitely is some sort of like explicable science or logic, but like if you're someone that just wants your desires, your goals, then all you have to do is just say these affirmations. Okay, something that I can totally make a whole other video about, like I was saying, and something that I want you to understand is that you don't have to believe in your affirmations. I did not believe in my affirmations. The only thing that you have to believe in is the fact that manifestation works and that manifestation is perfect. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Manifestation works and manifestation is perfect. That's all you have to know. That's all you have to believe in, okay? You don't even have to believe in like self-concept affirmations. I mean, it definitely does help, and once you write it down enough, you will start believing that. But yeah, whatever it is that you want, your SP, like, you don't have to believe in the actual affirmation as much as you have to believe in just the process of manifestation, or just the fact that manifestation works. Actually, don't focus on the process. Don't focus on the bridge of events, which is just the transition period between your desires and the manifestation. Just focus on your end goal. Okay, this is called living from the end. You're living in the end. Okay, so the second affirmation that I have here is, I am a queen and goddess and always treated like royalty. This one is a game changer. This is like one of the first things that I lace all my manifestations with. I am a queen and goddess and treated like royalty. And if you're, a guy, or like whatever gender you associate with, you can change it to that. But just say that you're royalty. Say that, like, you are, here's another affirmation: I am prioritized, I am valued, I am everyone's favorite everything, I always get what I want. There's 4 affirmations right there. I am always chosen first. 5 affirmations. Okay, like, literally write these down. Okay, take notes on these and say them for the next 21 days, and you will see results. I guarantee you that. Like, come back to this video in 21 days and tell me what you've seen. Like, I manifest that every single person watching this will see these results, this big change, this big transformation happening in their life after they say these affirmations. These are like golden. Yeah. And the other affirmation that I have is, every aspect of my life is thriving and everything always works out in my favor. Let me say that again. Every aspect of my life is thriving and everything always works out in my favor. These are like blanket self-concept affirmations. I feel like lacing, like I said, lacing all my specific manifestations with these self-concept affirmations is what ended up allowing me to have my manifestations faster. It's what resulted in constant contact. I mean, legit, these people like always view my stories, and proof, I'm gonna give you proof of all of these at the end of this video. Yeah, but yeah, these people view my stories. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's this one of my SPs, I literally had a thread with 78 replies. Okay, and then one thread with like 100 replies to the fact that we had to start a new thread on iMessage. And this other guy, like my main SP, and I'm gonna get a little bit more specific into these SPs. Okay, this man has been snapping me every day for like the last 4.5 months, to the point where I'm just like, bro, I need to focus on like work. Okay, like, he was just snapping me so much that, like, I had to think of like what else I would have to snap him back, because like I always like making my snaps really creative. I know I for real be doing the most, but yeah, like, legit, these people were like texting me so much to the point where I was like, I need a break. In fact, as I'm making this video, I'm kind of procrastinating on texting one of these SPs back. Um, yeah, literally, I'm just like, shit, I have to text him back. I'll do it after this video. Yeah, but for me, something that I want to let you know is that we have no judgment. Okay, this is like a judgment-free zone. You can manifest whoever you want, however many people you want. I myself am monogamous. I can only talk to like one person at a time. This one SP, my main one, actually, I'm still working on that one. We're just friends. It's very, very platonic, but we're really good friends. And like, I feel like our friendship is very solid. And this other SP that I also really liked, that I do have like a romantic connection with, and this man's like will not stop contacting me. Yeah, both of them actually won't. And then the third SP was kind of more just like a bird, as I like to call it, birds before land. People birds before land is what your manifestation, it's like, it's something that's similar to your manifestation. Like, let's say you're manifesting like marriage or something with a specific person, but then someone else gives you a proposal, like wants your hand in marriage. Then that's a birds before land. It's not exactly what, like, you want, because you want it with that specific person, but it's a sign that it will soon happen with your specific person. Yeah, but this third SP, yeah, this man's always watches my stories, always like the first one. I don't have like those analytics apps anymore, like on Instagram, but if I did, I feel like if I were to like look at my top 10 stalkers, he'd probably be one of them. Again, not to sound conceited, but just to show you how powerful this is. Okay, these affirmations work like gold. Literally, all that matters is your self-concept and self-confidence. Yeah. The last affirmation that I want to tell you is, anyone would be lucky to be with me, or anyone would be lucky to have me. Again, this can apply for literally anything, for a job, for a specific person, for like a specific position. Yeah. These 4 affirmations are gold, and I even like gave you 4 extra affirmations, but let me go ahead and read the ones that I actually took a note on. To recap, my affirmations are: I am magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable. I am a queen and goddess and always treated like royalty. Every aspect of my life is thriving. Everything always works out in my favor. Anyone would be lucky to be with me. And then I also did specific SP affirmations. So I said 80-20, so I would do like 4 of these affirmations and then like 1 SP affirmation. That's, 4 out of 5 is 80, I believe. And yeah, is it? Yeah, 4 out of 5. Okay, yeah. Computer science major here. And then, my 1 affirmation, and like, you don't have to like be too mathematical about it. I would just say do mostly SC, okay? SC is self-concept. When you do self-concept, like your brain, your subconscious automatically knows what it is that you're trying to manifest. So like that person that you like the most, your SP that like you are in love with, the universe, which is actually just yourself, you are the universe experiencing itself, will bring that person to you, okay? Like, you're actually not asking anything from the universe as much as you're asking for these desires from your subconscious. It's your subconscious that allows all these things to happen for you, that brings all these things, all your manifestations to fruition, okay? I'm also going to read you a couple of my specific SP affirmations. I would say SP always prioritizes me. I am the most important thing in SP's life. SP can't live without me. And be careful with this one. SP is obsessed with me, okay? Be careful what you wish for. I would say like healthily obsessed, to the point where like they're just contacting me a lot, but like not like in a weird stalker way, like Joe from You. Yeah, that one's just like, people have like different things to say about that. I don't see anything wrong with it. Again, your subconscious knows what you want. They're not gonna bring about like someone that's harmful, because like with all these other affirmations, one of my affirmations was everything always works out for me perfectly, every aspect of my life is thriving. So when you say that, like, you will get what you want. You will get exactly what you want. You're not gonna like create like a scary stalker. In fact, in my reality, those don't even exist, okay? I would say like, nope, that doesn't exist. I only attract healthy and secure people in my life. And trust me, that's also a game changer affirmation. Again, I ended up giving you like 5 to 6 affirmations, so yeah, definitely use those as well. I also, let me go ahead and oh my gosh, I don't even know what that was. Let me go ahead and pull my specific affirmations. I actually wrote it down in this like small little like paper thing. I actually printed out this from a Polaroid. I wrote it on the notes in my phone, and then printed it out, and like I just carry it with me in this Believe booklet that I have that I got from Barnes and Nobles. But let me read you a couple more of the SP affirmations. Again, the affirmations that I said, literally a couple minutes ago, I highly recommend you work on those more. These are just like kind of a cherry on top thing, okay? You can also say, I would say maybe say like 2 of these 3 affirmations that I'm going to read out loud, and those 4 main affirmations I gave you, like, say those more often and more frequently, or script them, okay? Yeah, so one of my affirmations is SP is wrapped around my finger. SP worships the ground that I walk on. In fact, you can even mix and match and say like, everyone worships the ground I walk on because I'm amazing. And like that will bring your SP to you. Or you can say SP worships the ground I walk on because I'm magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable. Okay, like when you even mixing and matching self-concept and SP affirmations or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest specifically helps a lot. Yeah, SP's world revolves around me. I am all SP thinks about. SP obeys my every command. SP and I have constant contact. I mean, it's literally in the video. Like, just be very specific on what it is that you want to manifest, okay? Because that's, you're telling the universe you know exactly what you want. And again, the universe is just you, and like, when you know exactly what you want, it's likely to bring you exactly that. Because, like, just a bit of a tangent here. A lot of the times people will manifest a text from an SP, and they'll get that text, then the SP will stop talking to them. And then, wow, I just got a notification during this reading, and that SP will stop talking to them, and that person will just become, really disappointed and like, oh, they're not talking to me again, and they'll go through that whole cycle again. So be specific on what you want. That's something that personally worked for me. Like, if you're trying to manifest a relationship with your SP, just live from the end and say SP and I are in a happy, committed, loving, perfect relationship. And the bridge of events will look Like it could go in a lot of different ways. You never have to focus on the bridge of events, but it's like if you manifest that end, then of course, you know, that implies that your SP is texting you. That implies that your SP is calling you, hitting you up, you're seeing each other, you're spending time with each other, right? Again, you don't have to focus too much in the middle. Even Neville Goddard, you know, the manifestation king, always said, like, live from the end or live in the end of your desire. I would also say manifesting in steps. Maybe you can do both. Again, manifesting is what you make of it. Okay, for some people, you know, they have a hard time living in the end, so they feel like they should manifest in steps. And maybe the first thing they'll manifest is constant contact, and the next thing they'll manifest is a proposal. For me, I would just say like living in the end and just doing self-concept affirmations is what worked the best for me. I have been talking to these people for like 4 to 5 months consistently, like continuously. Okay, yeah. Another affirmation is, yeah, SP and I always talk all the time. I am SP's favorite person in the world. It is so obvious that SP is so crazy for me. Okay, so these are a couple of affirmations that you can use. Use the ones that you feel the most comfortable with and are the most natural to you. Honestly, even if they don't feel natural, I would just say go ahead and use it. Some of these self-concept affirmations, like, oh, I am a queen and I am a goddess, it felt so unnatural to me at first, and I realized the only reason for that is because I didn't think that highly of myself. I had kind of low self-concept, and when I was younger, like I mentioned, I would be getting, you know, my ex back and things like that, but they would never stay. But like now, these people are staying. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. But self-concept is so important for you to keep your manifestations, and they help with everything as well. Okay, when your self-concept improves, you'll see a lot of things just fall in place. You'll even notice, you know, a lot of people start hitting on you. A lot of people want to be around you. You start attracting a lot of, like, you know, positive opportunities and abundance. And yeah, this stuff really works. Okay, this stuff 100% works. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the specific SPs. This is so funny, like sharing my story. I never thought I'd get like this personal, but like I'm an open book, and the reason I'm even making this video is to tell you that you can manifest whatever it is that you want. I love seeing examples. I love hearing about, you know, what people manifested. So if you want to share about what you manifested, let me know in the comments below. Also, on this channel we have 0 limiting beliefs. Okay, that's the biggest thing about manifesting. You have to get rid of your limiting beliefs. Circumstances is a limiting belief. If you keep paying attention to the circumstances, that implies that you have limiting beliefs. So one blanket affirmation for that is, I have no limiting beliefs. Okay, and you know, for me, it's been like a trial and error thing. I used to think that like when you say certain things like, oh, limiting beliefs, like, you know, you're focusing on that, but I don't really think that anymore, because like again, everything is subjective to you. Like sometimes when I'm in pain, like, you know, when I have cramps or something, I just say like I don't have cramps anymore, because at that moment, like I was just like, what's the opposite of cramps? I couldn't even think of the opposite of cramps. So yeah, just do whatever works best for you. You know, if you are trying to get rid of, like, you know, these circumstances, what are circumstances? Yeah, then maybe say it like once or twice, like, oh, we're, you know, distance isn't a thing anymore. Like, for example, okay, if your SP lives at a distance, just, you know, yeah, maybe don't give attention to the fact that, like, not maybe, definitely don't give attention to the fact that you're at a distance, and just say, SP and I see each other all the time. SP and I see each other in person every day. SP and I are so close. Okay, yeah, and just don't pay attention to that. Okay, and just again, saying these like blanket affirmations, I'm telling you, is the bread and butter. It's what's gonna get you your manifestations. It is the fairy with the wand here. Okay, like that has worked more for me than, you know, affirming specific things about like specific situations, because to me it gets a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, like I kind of do think a lot about things. You know, I am a bit of an overthinker. You know, I'm just telling you this. I'm trying not to be like, what, you know, your self-talk, your self-concept is very important, but like, just to tell you, I have, you know, overthought a lot of things into my life, and I would like try so hard to make sure like the specific nitty-gritty details are all sorted out. And honestly, to me, that was delaying my manifestation a little bit, because I was so focused on that rather than the end goal, that like it just, you know, I just felt like my manifestations could have come faster if like the time that I spent worrying about these things was just spent on the time living from the end. Okay, and it's okay to manifest specific things if you want. If that's what works best for you, then do that. And even the fact that I said like, okay, these things delayed my manifestation, I'm just telling you for the purpose of telling you. But like, I don't believe in delays. I don't believe in like anything that doesn't like serve you or your manifestation. In fact, I even think like, you know, the bridge of events, it does not need to be a long thing. There is no bridge of events. I always instantly get my manifestations. My manifestations want me even more than I want them. All my positive thoughts manifest. Only my positive thoughts manifest. Also, you can also you can also use these blanket affirmation statements as well. Okay, like I just write down like everything, just whatever my brain is telling me to, that's what I do, and that's just what works best for me. Because you know, I kind of looked into my own you know, like the way that I manifest and like why I manifest, you know, the way that I do like psychologically. You know, growing up I was told that, you know, when you work hard at something, that's when you get your desires. But I'm really trying to rewire that way of thinking, reframe that way of thinking, really rewire my brain into, you know, not thinking that way. Now I'm just saying I get whatever I want regardless of how much work I put in, regardless of even my thoughts. Because like at the end of the day, like, you know, it is very important to have control over your thoughts, but sometimes, you know, you just want something, and that kind of is a self-concept affirmation if you think about it. I always get what I want, right? So yeah, wow, that is a lot of information. I was not expecting this video to be this long, but I really do hope that, you know, this helped you in some way. But yeah, now let me actually go ahead and talk about my specific SPs. So this first screenshot that I'm putting here, this is like my main SP. This is a guy that I really liked, I had a really great connection with, still do. It's funny because in this text he's literally talking about like how his friend was chasing me. So like one of his frat bros also like had a crush on me. And yeah, again, this is not to flex whatsoever, but like ever since I improved my self-concept, I had so many guys hitting on me, wanting to be with me. I mean, this guy that my SP is talking about actually turned a little bit stalker, so I had to kind of tone down a little bit on the everyone's obsessed with me, or like my SP's obsessed with me, or like, yeah, the obsession affirmation, yeah. But like this guy has been snapping me every single day, or every single week for like the last 4.5 months, okay? And this is an amazing person, always treated me really well. The thing is, you know, just for the purposes of this video, he lives far away, we're at a distance, so, but I'm trying not to like, you know, give too much thought into that. Like, you know, I just think like, okay, you know, SP and I are happily married and living in a penthouse in New York City. That is like literally one of my affirmations. Call me crazy, but I mean, that is how it works. Okay, you gotta think big. I'm also the type of person that thinks like, you know, when you shoot for the stars, you'll at least land, no, when you shoot for the moon, you'll at least land amongst the stars. So it's like, don't be afraid to think big. Okay, when you think big, you will either get what you want. Actually, you will always get what you want, because manifestation is perfect. Manifestation always works. Manifestation 100% works. That's the only thing that you need to believe. You will definitely get what you want, but you'll also get like, you know, things that are similar to that, aka birds before land. Okay, so the second SP, oh my gosh, this man's and I have like 78 reply text threads. Okay, I'm actually going to show you a screen recording of our text thread. Here it is. Yeah, this guy is a really, really good texter, really really great at communication, and oh my gosh, this man's never fails to call me beautiful, amazing, sweet, kind. I'm gonna put a couple more screenshots of the text exchange between us, okay? Yeah. This is what self-concept does, you guys. This is the power of self-concept. Yeah. Okay, also with I didn't want to focus too much on the background story, but I definitely do know some of you are going to be wondering. The first SP here, we met in August 2020 during the pandemic, and we dated for like 2 months, but then I had to move to New York, and he had to move to, you know, wherever he lives right now. I won't say because of privacy reasons. And yeah, we talked from August to December, and then we didn't talk from like December to June, and then he hit me up in June, and we have June 2021, and we have been talking every single day since June 2021. There were a couple of third parties with this person. I was able to get rid of all of them just because I didn't care. I didn't give them any attention. I didn't even like acknowledge their existence. Okay. Yeah, and this man has told me that like where he lives, like no hate to anyone, but like he literally told me that like the dating life there sucks. Like he hasn't found anyone good, and like there's just low quality people. No hate to anyone. This is just what he told me. Like I honestly, where he lives, I thought there would be a lot of attractive people, and yeah, there probably are, but he just hasn't felt that connection with anyone except me. And like he literally like told me that, yeah. And then the second SP, so we actually dated earlier in 2021 from January to February. He made me his official Valentine's, but then he broke up with me 2 days later, and I kind of did some reflecting, and I realized like, oh, my self-concept could have been better. A lot of the times when things don't go the way that you do, it's because of your self-concept. It's kind of a harsh truth, and even just saying it, I'm just like, I don't want to offend anyone, but it is the truth. But like that's actually a good thing, because that gives credence to the fact that you have complete control over your reality. Okay, if you created a certain situation, you have the power to recreate that situation. You have the power to completely do a 180 in that situation. In fact, like that's a very liberating thing, because you're not giving your power to anyone else. Okay, so you have to stop blaming external circumstances. Unfortunately, you manifested your own breakup, or you manifested whatever that person did. Yeah, it took me a while to understand that. Even I was just like, oh, law of assumption totally perpetuates a victim complex, victim mindset. But honestly, I kind of had to, accept that. I had to accept that, like, not the whole victim mindset thing, but like I had to accept that I created these things, because if I didn't, then I would be giving power to something outside of me, and I actually didn't really like the fact. I didn't like the sound of that. So anything bad that happened, I accept responsibility and credibility that I'm the one that manifested that. But again, it's very liberating to know that if I manifested that, I can totally overturn that. I can totally change that situation, and have it work out in my favor. Okay, oh my gosh, this video is so long, but again, I really do hope this helps someone. Yeah, so the second SP, I have, we dated in January and February, and we just did not talk for like until like October 31st. He actually hit me up on Halloween. So that was like February is the second month, October is the 10th month. Yeah, we didn't talk for like 8 months. But like this man's just hit me up, and this is not the type of person that like hits up his exes. I mean, this guy is like, he's like really pristine. I mean, I don't know what I meant when I said pristine, but like he's not like those player types. He's very like, a one woman kind of guy, very monogamous. In fact, I did not even believe he would hit me up. I just vain affirmed that, this man's and I are married. This man's and I are dating. We're in a relationship. But I'm mostly focused on self-concept, and that's what brought this guy back. And I didn't think he would hit me up. Nothing really happened between us. Like it ended on good terms, but yeah, I had like I didn't believe that he would hit me up, but I did believe that manifestation was perfect, and he ended up hitting me up. And here is the text message that documents that. Take a second to look at this. Yep, 100% possible. And this is also possible for those of you that, could be trying to manifest an ex that you had a bad breakup with, or like you didn't leave things off, or they didn't leave things off on a good note. It doesn't matter what they told you. It doesn't matter if they told you I never want to speak to you again. You can manifest this person by literally just changing the way that you view them. Okay, law of assumption is also about changing the way that you view a certain situation and changing the way that you view people. So that brings me to my third SP. Yeah, this guy kind of was a player. Sagittarius J name. Okay, yeah. And I just changed the way I thought about him. In my mind, like I noticed that, like, growing up, I'm into astrology, and I was always told that Sagittarius men are hoes. Mind my language. And the J names are really bad, but I'm trying to change the way that I think about this. And I know this sounds so silly, but like a lot of the times what you see actually gets impressed onto your subconscious more than you know, and it's up to you to like, reframe your way of thinking, rewire your brain, and just think differently. Okay, so this guy, I just thought that no, he is loyal. He's a one woman kind of guy. He wants me and me only, because I am amazing. And this guy stopped following people on Instagram. Okay, like this was the type of person that would follow so many girls, and like he has not followed anyone in weeks. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care too much about this guy, not to be mean or anything, but I was kind of just, you know, using him as like a test to see if manifestation works. And I'm not taking away anyone's free will, okay? Something that you have to understand is that you're not like the only person that has free will when it comes to manifesting is you. These people do not have free will, okay? You are the creator of your own reality. You are the director, and these people are just characters in your movie that you are giving a script to. That's the only thing that you have to know. In fact, like a lot of people even ask, what happens if two people are manifesting the same SP? Spoiler alert, you're the one that ends up getting your SP because in your reality, you always win. Let me repeat that. In your reality, you always win. Enough said. Yeah, sorry, like at times I might give you some tough love, but that's only because I care and I want you to get all your manifestations, okay? So like I said, you know, if you feel like other people are after your SP, you just have to not give them any attention. What's competition? That doesn't even exist. I'm the only one in my reality because, like, you know, if why would you not win in your own reality, right? And that's something that unfortunately, like, you know, when you dig deeper, you realize that our subconscious has been working against us. And you know, that's why like doing all these self-concept affirmations, scripting, affirming, visualizing, whatever it is that works best for you helps rewire your way of thinking so that you always win. You know, that's the magic behind the affirmation where I said every aspect of my life is thriving, everything always works out in my favor, everything always works out for me perfectly. So yeah. Okay. I think I covered pretty much everything. I think I more than covered everything. Again, I was not expecting this video to be so long, but I really do hope that at least some of it helped. You know, I intend that like all of this helped you. I intend that, you know, you will all get your manifestations, and this video is something that, you know, you manifested because it will help you just reach your manifestations even faster and keep them, okay? I intend that like you all live the absolute best life, okay? You live your best life, okay? And that nothing ever gets in your way and you never feel sad again, okay? Yeah, but again, I genuinely do hope that this video helped. If it did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there's anything specific that you're trying to manifest. I will definitely make a video answering specific questions. I really love being able to like identify people's, you know, blocks and limiting beliefs. I'm not saying, you know, like I like it when people have that, but a lot of the times when you tell your story to someone, they're able to identify exactly, you know, what's stopping you from getting your manifestation, okay? In fact, I even probably, you know, without even realizing it, could have said a lot of limiting beliefs. Like, you know, when I was talking about this J named Sagittarius, I said that, oh, he was a player, he followed a lot of girls on Instagram. You know, that's limiting, that's just something that I don't have to, like, acknowledge anymore. The only reason I even said it was to, like, you know, tell you that that is, you know, something that happened with this SP. But regardless, I ended up, like, having this SP, like, literally stalk my page. Okay, and like hit me up, and I was actually the one that kind of shut him down again. Not to sound conceited, but like, you know, this is what like self-concept does. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I really hope this helped, and again, let me know your comments, questions, you know, in the comments below, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.